but I'm going to tell our story. Hey, I just wanted to tell a little bit of a story of what happened yesterday. We were in an area that we all enjoyed, and there were two creeks that came together to run into the Comanche River. If I'm saying that right, I may be saying that completely wrong, but it's in Oklahoma. And they had a lot of rain the last few days, or we had while we were parked there. And since we were having so much rain, like yesterday, about noon was when the river really started coming down, and it was flowing faster, and you could see debris floating by and stuff, and we noticed it was rising. And the little camping spot that we were located had a creek crossing to be able to get to where we were at. And I walked outside and looked at the water coming up. It was creeping closer to where we were at. And so I said, this is not going to work. We've got to leave now before it comes all the way up here, and we can't leave. So I went in and told Patrick, let's go. We're going to have to go. We can't stay here any longer. So he said, okay, and we packed up. Guys, that little creek, yesterday morning, I had walked over to it just to check it out and see how it was doing, because I did not want to chance it coming up and blocking us in. And when we got to it, there was water flowing completely freely over that creek. So I was like, oh yay, this is gonna be great. Well, then there were also logs out there in the middle of it, and I just told Patrick, I said, well, I'll walk out there and I'll move those logs. I didn't think it was going to be very deep at all. So I went out there, and there was a truck all the way on the other side of this little creek. Well, I'm saying little creek. It is a little creek, but it's also running water. So don't walk to the side, hun, just in case, because people drive by through here. But anyways, Patrick had stopped at the beginning of the water, and I got out to walk it. And that truck we had thought was trying to come towards us, and they had seen the water, and they stopped and backed up into a small road. And I got out of the motorhome, and I walked out into that water, moved two big logs, and then kept going because we needed to see if it was going to be too deep for our motorhome to pass. That water came up just below my knees, and I turned around and I was thinking, Patrick's going to have to drive this, because there's no way on earth I'm walking back across that. So I had looked back at him, and I kind of waved him on. I was like, come on, you can do it. If I can do it by foot, you can do it by motorhome. So he came on. Our motorhome sets up pretty high. It's not very low at all. Yeah, come on. We'll pick it up on the way coming back. We pick up trash when we're on walks, because we don't want to leave trash behind, and we don't want other people to either. But anyways, back to the story. We made it out of there, and the people, they were Oklahomians, if that's a word. They were from Oklahoma. Patrick had slowed down when we were passing them. The guy had his window rolled down, driver of the truck, and he was clapping. And I kept thinking, Texas Hill Country girl got to do what a Hill Texas country girl got to do. There's just no way on earth.
Girl gotta do what a Hill Country girl gonna do.
Yeah, well, it had to be done. I had to make sure that we could get out of there.
That kind of reminds me of what Tommy said. A baby's gotta do what a baby's gotta do.
Yeah, a baby's gotta do what a baby's gotta do. But anyways, we did make it out.
Oh, we're watching the Rugrats. Sorry.
Okay.
I love you.
we made it out. We are over here in Arkansas now. Sorry, we're not in Oklahoma anymore. But I was just so thankful that I had been watching that water and thinking we can't stay much longer. We have to get moving. And then when I went back in, because I know I'd probably said something to Patrick earlier that day along the lines of we need to be watching that. We might have to go ahead and leave. But
I did like it over there though.
Yeah, we really liked it over there. Krista says she liked it over there. But when I went and told him, hey, we really need to pack up and go. And he looked at me and said, okay, let's go. So I was so thankful that he wasn't going to say, no, it's not going to come up this far, because to me, obviously, it was coming up far. Or I wouldn't have bothered to say let's go, because I loved it in that area. It was such a nice area. And now we're in another nice area. I think this is called Wilhelmina Lake. No, Chris. And it says warning area floods, park at own risk. So I don't know exactly what area they mean, because right now this is a dam. And it's such a pretty area. It's really moving, that is right. So I love to see or hear water moving constantly. I love to be near water. It just, something about it's real soothing to me. What? Yeah. Just wanting to stay here a little bit longer, right where we're at. Sorry guys, my hair is a total mess right now. But I felt like I needed to share that story, because the day before I'd shared about being blessed, and yesterday went along with it. We were blessed. We got out. We made it just fine. I told Patrick, I'm so glad that water wasn't moving. I mean, it was moving. It just wasn't swift enough to knock me off my feet. The parts that were deeper and closer to my knees, I had to walk baby steps just to get a foothold so that I wouldn't be swept off my feet. But anyways, we love you guys. Be blessed.